And I will introduce Dakota Johnson. There she is.
Here I am.
And
I think your performances are really wonderful. You have such great chemistry. And also an audience question was, how did you connect with your characters, and how did you prepare to play these roles?
I went around and made out with a lot of women during COVID before we started filming, just to practice.
nailed it.
It was so.
Nailed it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Take.
You're welcome.
Well, Sonoya and I actually didn't really get to spend any time together before we started filming because she had to quarantine, and then I did make her dinner one night, made her a nice grilled tuna steak.
It was delicious.
But I think we kind of bonded over the intensity of making a movie during COVID and being constantly yelled at to stand further apart. So that was our bond. And then I think I just really liked the idea of a woman in her 30s not having everything figured out already. I think I prefer the world in which people are allowed to continue to grow and figure themselves out for their entire lives. I think this narrative that we've seen on screen in, like, you know, coming of age movies or buddy comedies is that you have to be a fully realized person at a certain point, which is usually like in your 20s, which is impossible. And people in their 20s are idiots and like don't have anything figured out. Most people, some people will do, and that's really great. I'm Sonoya, start talking.
Oh, yes.
Also, during COVID, there were so many casting troubles. Like, remember, we were trying to get Sonoya a visa, and that was stressful because Donald Trump ruined that for everybody in the world. And then there were false positive COVID tests, and we had to recast last minute and then redo it again for some roles that were like about to shoot the next day. It was really crazy. And then we shut down twice while we were filming. We were supposed to shoot this for 20 days and we shut down twice for 10 days each time. So it ended up being a 40-day shoot, which is like the kind of schedule for like a really big budget movie.
We basically did a Star Wars film.
Yeah, Tig and I would have, I mean, everybody, but we would have these 10 days off in the middle of shooting where it was like, are we making an indie film? This long break.
Yeah. It was crazy. There was so much to navigate, and like finding new locations when we would have to shut down because we'd lose the locations, we'd lose cast and have to find.
We lost scenes because we lost a location.
And just to be clear, when you say we lost cast, the schedules didn't line up.
They died.
Because of COVID, we lost a lot of cast members, unfortunately. Everything was scripted.
Yeah.
It was like maybe a couple random moments of improv, but no, it's all on the page. So Noi, do you want to answer first? Yeah. There was never a moment where I thought, where I felt like I was getting mixed messages, or, you know, they were always aligned and always, they'd either come in together, they'd come in together most of the time and say the same thing at the same time. I'm just kidding. Or, you know, if Tig came in, I'd be like, oh, what's she going to say? And if Stephanie came in, and, you know, and it was I never felt like I was pulled in different directions. And I also, they collaborate in work, but they're really like they collaborate on everything, like everything. It's so seamless the way that they interact with each other in all of these different categories. It's like, how are we going to shoot this scene? Do you want to do cross coverage? And do you want that salad again? And also look at this picture of our kid. You know, it's like totally intertwined and like seamless and not at all weird. Like it didn't feel like they had a separate working relationship to their life. And
nice.
The coolest thing is that they really, really respect each other's ideas and thoughts. And I found it to be really inspiring, especially in like any working relationship, but to be really supportive and like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me. Or if they disagreed on something, it was never like it wasn't contentious at all. They sought to understand each other. It was really amazing. I could talk about this for a long time. I'm realizing.
So nice.
Anytime you guys want me to talk about your, you want me to like pitch you for
relationship.
Yeah. Kiersey was so amazing at being like so
gay.
Confidently gay.
but so confusing.
Yeah.
But like she wasn't confused at all, but her behavior was very confusing. Like for somebody who's like, I don't know, it's great, try this, try that, blah. It can like, it really fucks with your head a lot. She was really so committed to being like very wishy-washy, which is like kind of psycho.
Totally.
Amazing.
Which is hot.
I think also when she comes into the spa and she's like, I need to take me off the schedule. And then,
oh God, yeah.
And then she's leaving and she goes, love you. And it's just like, ooh, fuck you. That is so horrible.
That scene is so good and nuanced. That scene is so nuanced. It's so good. Yeah. Nice cat, Sonoya.
Oh,
Real professional.
I love it when this happens.
You can open the doors, so what can I do? Sorry, guys.
What is your cat's name? This is an important question.
That's a stray.
She's Darcy. Behave.
Darcy?
Yes.
Cute.
Very cute. Okay. One last question from the audience. Val's wondering if you ever considered having Lucy and Jane end up together.
In a romantic way? Lauren?
I did not.
Okay, I'm going to ask one last question. It's for Dakota. Are you prepared to become a lesbian icon?
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Somebody on this screen needs to be.
Well, I've been waiting for someone to ask me that question.
After everyone heard about your COVID makeouts. Like, oh, hell yeah.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Rats.
Thanks.
All right. Well,